This video explains how to initialize new NodeJS project. So you want to develop the web application or the API application, or you want to create the testing project in Node.js, then in this video I will explain you how you can do that. So there is one command npm init that you can use to create a new Node.js project. Now let me demonstrate that thing. I'm using Visual Studio Code to create this or initialize my Node.js project. So the command is npm init, and then hit enter. Make sure that you are in the correct directory in which you want to create a project, and in that directory you have to execute this command npm init. Once you hit enter, it will ask you a lot of questions regarding your project. For example, what's the name of the package. If you want to change the name, by default it will take the directory under which we are executing this command. So I'm under temp directory, that's why it is suggesting that it is gonna use that name as the package name, but you can definitely change if you want. Now I'm gonna keep it as it is, then hit enter. Then it is asking what version should be your package. So right now let me keep it 1.0.0, but you can obviously change it and then hit enter. Then give the description. So this is the sample Node.js project. So I'm just gonna give sample Node.js. What is the entry point? Index.js is by default that is the file that Node.js will look for if you want to run this particular package. But you can definitely change it. For example, normal people keep it app.js if they are developing the web server. But right now let us keep it as it is. Then test command. So in here you have to give the testing framework. For example, if you are using Mocha or Jest or Jasmine, then you can give the exact command that can be used to execute the tests in your project. So if you want to use Mocha, you can put Mocha there. Git repository for your project. If the URL is already set up in GitHub or Bitbucket, then you can keep it there. Right now I don't have any repository set up, so I'm just going to hit enter. Keywords for your project or package. So this is important because when you publish or push your package or publish your package in npm registry, people can search by these keywords to find your package. So you can give the keywords, for example, boilerplate code or sample project or something like that. Right now I will leave it blank. Then author, Saga. License, you can give license information, or you can keep it blank as well. And finally it is asking, is this okay? Just yeah, it is okay, so please yes, or you can just hit enter, and that's it. So notice that package.json file is created on the left hand side of this Visual Studio Code. So you can see here that's the file package.json, and here are the content. So whatever information we entered in that command is put here: name, version, description, main, entry point for your package, author, license information. So that is one way of creating a new project or project structure. Another way is by passing the flag called as --yes. So here you can see npm init --yes. That is another flag that you can use. So what happens is, let me remove this first of all. So I deleted that file. Now I'm gonna execute the same command but with this flag, yes. So what happens is, this time around all those questions will not be asked. The default values will be put into the package.json file. So you can see the package.json file is created in a fraction of a second, and all the default information is put in there. Author is blank, keywords are blank, but you can directly edit here as well. So if you prefer that way, you can create the new package using this syntax as well. Alright, so let us move forward now. Now if you are working on multiple packages, or your role requires you to create different projects, new Node.js projects very frequently, then you can set this information for npm, like author name, email, license, etc. Then what happens is, whenever you initialize your project, all this information is automatically written using this default configuration. So in the author field, this information will be put. So that is just another easy way to set the configuration. Okay, now important part is this one. to install the packages for your project. For example, if you are developing a server, you will need the Express framework or Express package. So how do you install that? So to install any third-party dependencies, you have to execute this command npm install, and then the package name, say Morgan, which is used to log the HTTP request, and then hit enter. Then what will happen is node_models directory will be created in your project directory, and then Morgan package will be put into that directory. So hit enter. And you will notice a couple of things here. On the left hand side, you can see there is a package log.json file is created. So package log-log.json, this file contains all the versioning information for your dependencies, and you need to commit this file in the Git repository. Right now I'm not getting into that one. Another thing that has happened here is node_models, this directory is created, and in there you can see there is a package called as Morgan, and entry point for this package is this index.js. Another important thing that has happened is, if you look into this package.json file, there is this property that is added in this JSON, that is dependencies, and here it is Morgan and its origin. So what we are basically saying is that this my project depends on this package. Now when you install the package, there is another flag that you can use. For example, if you want to install Mocha, that is test framework, so you can use this flag save-dev. Now what's the difference between this flag, or what is the significance of this flag save-dev? Let us try to find out. Let me install it first of all. Now look at the package.json file. There will be another entry that will be added there. So you can see there is another entry that is added, that is dev dependencies. So there is one entry for dependencies and there is another entry for dev dependencies. So the difference between these two is that this dev dependency is required to just develop your application and test it. This dependency will not be required to run or execute your application. So that is the main difference. For example, if you want to deploy this application on the server, on the production, then at that time you will not need this dev dependency. This dev dependency is required only when you are developing the code or executing the test, and that's the reason why we have to use this save dev flag. So when you add this flag, what happens is that dependency is put into this section and not in normal dependency section. So that is basically how you create a new or set up a new Node.js project, and after that you can add new index.js file and then create directory structure for your project. All these things are possible. So in next videos I will cover that one as well, how to create the Express web application, how to create Node.js HTTP server, all these applications how we can create in Node.js. So that topics will be covered in upcoming videos. So for now, in this video, that is what I wanted to tell you. If you have any questions related to this, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching this video.